Good morning and welcome again to another Making Mondays Matter. I trust that you had a wonderful weekend and you're ready to face this brand new week. And perchance you didn't get to accomplish all that you set out to do last week. I pray that this week would be the week that you make great strides in getting closer and closer to that goal that you have set for yourself. This morning, I want to focus on the subject that some things take time. That's just the reality. Some things take time. The farmer, when he plants the seed in the ground, knows that there's allotted time for that particular crop. What he does between that time affects the outcome and the success of that crop. But he still must wait that time. We live in an age where instant success is the order of the day. Everybody wants to attain success now. Everybody wants to achieve what they want to achieve now. I have news for you. Anything that is worth your effort will require time. We all need time just to mature, just to grow. So too our endeavors, our businesses, our goals, the things that we have ahead of us, the things that we are seeking to achieve, they will take time. We sometimes glamorize the successes of others, making it seem as if what they have achieved is so much different than what we are trying to achieve. And yes, I mean, substantially there may be differences, but I'm talking about the journey. For example, let's take the big two that is often talked about when it comes to financial success in today's world. Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, owners of SpaceX and Amazon. Did you ever pause to think that even though historically they are relatively young companies, they both took the time to grow. They took the time to mature. Amazon was established back in 1994. That's a while ago. And we know that they had their difficult times. Matter of fact, they didn't really take off until around 2010 or so, when the stocks really start to grow. But they had their share of difficulties. We know SpaceX, established since 2002. Yes, again, relatively young historically, but 20 years is 20 years. And this is where they're at today. They took the time. They took the time and allowed the process to take its course. And so I speak to especially you young business owners and entrepreneurs who may be in your first few years, first year, second year, third year, maybe even in your first 5 years. And you may be thinking to yourself, I'm not where I should be or could be or what or where others are. Maybe what you are doing requires just a little bit more time. Take again another example from nature. If an elephant compares himself to a rabbit, the mummy elephant may wonder why it takes her almost 2 years to give birth, whereas mummy rabbit spits them out every few weeks. They both took their allotted time, but they really can't be compared. What the elephant is producing is different than what the rabbit is producing. And so too with us. What you may be producing may require more time than what the other person is producing. So remember, everything takes time. And some things take more time than others. That's just the reality of it. And I want for us that as we go forward into this week, into our future even, that we take the time to achieve those things that we are seeking to achieve. And like the good farmer, while you wait for the ultimate success of what it is that you are seeking to grow and to foster and to encourage, that you spend the time preparing for the day that your efforts begin to bear fruit. That you spend the time ensuring that your harvest is as bountiful as it could be. And using the farmer analogy again, the farmer takes the time while waiting for the seed to germinate and come to maturity by taking care of the environment that that seed has been planted into, fertilizing it, making sure it has enough moisture, taking care of the weeds where necessary, so that he has the best opportunity to produce the maximum from those seeds that he has planted, but he still has to take the time. A day, no matter how busy you may get, no matter how fast you may want it to finish, still takes 24 hours. What you do in those 24 hours may determine the productivity of that particular time, but it still takes 24 hours. And so this morning, as we get ready for yet another week, remember, some things will take time, other time longer than other things. So use your time wisely. Don't try to hurry the time, but do what needs to be done in the time that has been allotted to the task that you are seeking to achieve. This is David Ince of Living Successfully Inc. for another Making Mondays Matter, encouraging us to spend the time and do what needs to be done. For those of you who will be joining me on my YouTube channel, I want to encourage you to hit that subscribe button, and smash that notification bell so that when new content comes out, you can be notified. I also want to ask you to share it with others so that they too can be encouraged to spend their time wisely, because everything takes time. Have a wonderful week and a successful week. See you again next Monday.